Hello, and welcome back to another video. Today's video is just returning to Hong Kong, because I feel like I didn't explore it long enough in my last video. I did remove the sprinting zombies, so it'll be a little bit easier so I can just explore, get a full playthrough of it. And that's the video. Let me know if you like this video by liking, commenting, and subscribing, and I hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching. So here we are, the return to Hong Kong. I have decided to remove the sprinting zombies mod so I can explore. And on my way to explore, I realized I was stuck behind this factory building and it's surrounded by a fence. So, as I am leaving this place, I noticed zombies. I'm thinking, this is going to be no big deal, I can just run past them. Easy, super easy. And then I thought to myself, you know what? I didn't really get to explore too much of the city, so now I'm going to just run on the street and see how things are going. After making it closer to the town, I noticed that I have seen a lot of this place already. Very unfortunate, but I do try to find a place to hide at. And I try getting into all these doors, but all the doors are locked, unfortunately. So now, I have to get to the point of going back into those civilian apartment areas. And I've decided that this is the best way to do it. I'm going to go in here and look for another place to hide out at. As I'm going up here, every room I went into was filled with zombies for some reason. As you can see, that room was filled, and I go to the next one. I open it a little carefully this time, and this time, that one was super full. So now I'm running. Assuming this room is full, I don't even bother to open it. As I get to the roof, I jump over, and I'm wondering, where should I go? All of these rooms are filled with zombies. And I'm thinking, okay, there's not much I can really do, so now I'm running through a horde of zombies, down the stairs, trying not to trip. I notice that that door is open, then I get stuck on a trash can, trip, and now I fall, and I'm dead. Very unfortunate for my first run. On my second run, I decide to take a different route than I did last time. I try to get into this building, and I'm surprised that the door is not locked. I'm noticing it's just a bunch of books, but I'm going to search the bookshelf because maybe I'm going to survive. I'm going to survive a long time, and I can read some of these books, learn up a little bit, and be good to go. After collecting my books, I decide it's time for me to leave. I don't want to get trapped. I don't want to get trapped in there at all. I'm looking for a new place to hide out at, maybe a place to look for some supplies. I decide to go in this little alleyway here, and I notice that there's a door back here. I've never seen that before. So I go in there, and I notice there's like a storage closet, and I'm thinking, great, awesome, I can probably find like a weapon. It's filled with food, which isn't too bad. I'm just going to collect all the food that I can and get out of here as fast as I can. As I collected all the food that I could, I left. And it's a good thing too, because there was at least 4 zombies getting close to my door. I would not want to be trapped in there. And the worst could happen, I could get murdered in there with all the food. Anyways, I'm looking for a new place to hide. I'm looking for a base for once. But I'm also looking for a weapon because I didn't have a weapon in that food storage container. All the zombies are chasing me. I'm thinking it's no big deal because they aren't sprinting. If they were sprinting, I would surely be dead right now. I'm checking out all the buildings that I can possibly see. Anything that it looks like an entrance, I'm going to see if I can get in there and just kind of have a look. Too many zombies in most of these places, so you know what? I end up way back in the civilian area again. And then once again, the doors, the rooms are filled with zombies. I'm assuming that one's filled. I'm not even going to bother. That door was shaking, but this one looks kind of safe. And it was not. I almost got bit and murdered just then. And again, here I am thinking to myself, where am I going to hide out at? All of these rooms seem to be filled with zombies. As I hopefully lose the trail of the zombies, I get into sneak position. I open this door and assume that there's zombies in here. I close the door and it opened back up. But now I'm going to search for any zombies because it could be many zombies in here. This is the first house that I've ever been in without any zombies. I'm going to check out each room. The first room, I look, no zombies. Wonderful, wonderful. And the final room, no zombie as well. So I'm thinking, alright, cool. This is my first base that I can actually look for things. So I do just that. As I finish up my final set of collecting, it was a good haul. However, I don't have a weapon. There was not a single weapon in this building. So now I'm going to go out and look for a weapon. I'm going to close the door behind me because I don't want any zombies to go in there, because I might return. So I go down the stairs and I'm going to go into the next room below. I'm going to open it and have a peek. Awesome, no zombies again. So I do the same thing. I check each room individually, one at a time to see if there's any zombies behind them. First room, no zombies, wonderful. Second room, no zombies, wonderful again. Here I go again looking for more supplies. Preferably a weapon at this point. I did notice a gun, but I'm not going to grab that because there's no ammo. But I'm going to finish searching this place up. After I finish collecting everything in here, I do have a weapon this time. It's not great, but it's better than nothing. It's just a screwdriver. I try to leave the building and come in encounter with my first zombie that I murder. I murder that zombie and continue to go down the stairs. That zombie spooked me. I wasn't aware. I got bit and started kind of mashing on my keyboard. And I pressed a bunch of buttons on my keyboard. It was just a really bad moment here. This one zombie almost took me out, and I just got a weapon. It's very unfortunate. But I do end up beating on this zombie for a decent amount of time. Taking me forever to murder the zombie. I'm thinking, I might need a better weapon than this. Let me just close that menu and continue fighting the zombie. My final strike was a good hit. I murdered the zombie, and I noticed that you can disinfect. As I'm bandaging myself, I look, oh, you can disinfect. And then I try to disinfect, but no, I can't. A zombie bothered me. I try to get into the room. I'm missing the door. I close the door, remove the bandage to see if I can disinfect, because I didn't know you could do that. The disinfect option is gone. I'm guessing it can only happen when you first get scratched, before you put on a bandage. Anyways, I'm gonna go take care of this one zombie. Turns out it's two zombies. I'm gonna take care of both of them, either way. I'm gonna fight both of them with the screwdriver. Just kidding, never mind, I'm leaving. Because the screwdriver is bad. It's very bad. I need to find a better weapon, and if I don't have to fight, I'm not going to fight. I'm now in the workout room, hoping I can find a better weapon. I put on a very nice hat, because I always got to put on a hat when I first see one, and a satchel, or try to put on the satchel. More zombies are coming through, and I'm just gonna have to fight this one with the screwdriver. I push him down to the ground and stab him in the face with the screwdriver. They're not dead, and they're really tough to kill right now. I'm gonna fight the other one that just stood up. I'm thinking once I wipe out these zombies, this might be a good place for me to find something better than this screwdriver. After murdering those two zombies, I take out this last one that was banging on this blue door. Stabbing, and stabbing, and stabbing. This screwdriver is awful. That's what I'm thinking right now. I'm just sitting here, stabbing. Finally get the zombie to the floor, and stab her face in. I now have the time to look for a weapon. A new zombie just came through, but I said forget it. I'm not going to fight him. I'm going to hope that there's a better weapon in here. And I do find a backpack, which is very nice. Haven't seen one of those in a while. I put it on my back and finish checking out everything in here. Nothing else I really want to wear. More clothing, not what I'm really interested in. However, I do find a weapon, a metal pipe. Finally, something better than the screwdriver. I put it on my back and just grab the hammer just in case. As I prepare to leave, I'm thinking, yes, finally, I have a weapon. I can finally take on zombies better than I could with the screwdriver. As I finally decide it's time to leave, I open up the door and swing, because I thought there was a zombie behind the door. I was wrong. I was very wrong. I look for another drink, and there isn't one in that little fridge. I check this room. It's just the bathroom. I get to fight my first zombie with a way better weapon. And already, that first swing was a good swing. Pushed her to the floor and finished it off. Easy. Another zombie, and I'm just gonna run, because two zombies, I don't feel like dealing with that right now. So I go back out on the street. I'm going to look for another building that's like that building. They're all the same, so it should be easy. After reaching the next complex building, I fear that I'm being chased by a lot of zombies. But that fear is only short-lived, because I found a new building to hide in, and if there's supplies in here, I'm just going to take them all up. I have to do it fast as possible. After I finished gathering all my supplies, I had my final drink, possibly. Unsure if it will be my final drink, I know that the zombies have reached my door. So now, I wait for my moment to strike. I'm going to try to open the door and hope that it's only one. I'm thinking, should I actually open this door, or should I wait for them to bust it down? I come up with a better idea. I open the window and have a peek. Am I too high, is the question that I have in my head. I'm thinking, I probably am too high, so I'm not going to do that. So I go right back to the door. I'm thinking, they're going to break down that door any minute now. But instead of that, I'm going to open the door. Turns out that there's 3 zombies, not too bad, so I try to fight them off. Try to get them all on the floor. I'm trying to murder them. I got all 3 of them on the floor, so now I'm coming up with the idea, I need to shut this door. Otherwise, more zombies are going to get in here. I'm really having trouble getting that door closed. I do close it, and then I opened it back up on accident. But I'm starting to mess up really bad here. I fiddled really hard on my keyboard. and then I couldn't do it, so I started running and found another pile of zombies, tripped, and got bit. And that's the second end of my career. Third time's a charm, right? This is my third run. I have decided to no longer go in the upwards direction. I remember in my first video that there's a military base or something down below. So that is where I go. That is where I start my third run. Down here. I notice that there are a bunch of zombies at the door, but it's no big deal. I'm going to try to murder the zombie here, stomping while missing the head. After I do finally kill this zombie, I decide to check the storage here. All useful things, I'm thinking. But then another zombie comes in here and ruins my moment. As I'm taking down this zombie, something unfortunate happens. The door breaks. As the door breaks, I leave this little camp, or tent, whatever you want to call it. I have an idea, because I do want to go in there. I'm going to lure them all out, and then I'm just going to sprint back in there. And here we go, initiation number 1. It is successful, and now I'm inside this place. I can't search it because there's too many zombies behind me. I'm noticing, yes, it is a checkpoint. I now know what this is. It's a checkpoint for the military. And now I'm on the other side of it. So I'm wondering, is this ground zero on the other side? And the other side is the survival place? I don't know. As I'm running down this street, this new mysterious street, I'm looking at the buildings and I can't tell the difference. It probably is ground zero. That's what I'm assuming. But I find a new building to go into, and I'm just going to sprint right into the back room. I go into the back room of a mechanic place, and I do find a bunch of mechanic parts. And I do find a weapon. This wrench, this will be my best friend for a very long time. It's my first weapon in this third run. And I also got it very early, which is very nice. I'm trying to quickly get everything before all the zombies break down that door and just rush in here. However, I will not be trapped because I do see that there's a back door. They break the door, and I go through the back door. It looks very similar to the other side of town, unfortunately. And I'm just trying to escape. And I do just that. I escaped the mechanic place. And now I'm going around looking for another place to settle down at. As I'm running around the streets looking for a place to just relax at, I notice on the far left, there's a building with a garage door that's open. I'm going to sprint in there and close the door. Because my plan was, I'm going to use this as a base because they have garage doors here, which is very nice. I'm thinking they're super strong, but by the sounds of it, they might not be. So I have to quickly search for more weapons. And I do find this locker room. And you know what? There's more stuff in here that I can use. It's really great. As I collect all this stuff and rip up some clothes for some bandages, because I do not have any, I'm thinking my next plan, I'm going to have to go into the apartment complex. That's the only thing that I know of and can think of right now. But I do get a good set of items here. As I'm getting ready to leave, I decide to use the door that I came in at. For some reason. I didn't hear the garage door break, but yeah, either way, I don't know why I decided to leave the way that I came, knowing that there would have been zombies no matter what. But I got out safely. So here I am on the streets of Hong Kong. I am now looking for a complex building to get into, because I do know that's the one place that I can be safe at for a good while. And I find my next spot. This complex facility is going to be my best friend. I'm hopeful that there aren't going to be zombies in here, but unfortunately, there is. It's only 3 and I have a weapon. I get that very good smack on that first zombie. That was amazing. She fell right to the floor. And I close the door because I'm going to hide here. I'm going to take on all 3 of these zombies. I'm just going to put up a super good fight. Push some zombies, knocking them out with the wrench, pushing zombies, knocking them out with the wrench, and rinse and repeat. It is going very well. I'm getting this white-walled place very bloody. These white walls will soon be red after I'm done with this place. And after I finish all the zombies off, I'm thinking, this is good. This is very good. I now have a new place to search for stuff. As I finished clearing out this room, I heard the zombie noise stop. So that made me think, oh, they got the door down, and I might die here. That's kind of a lot of zombies. It's only 3, but who knows who's on the other side of that wall. And there is a lot. I was very, very correct. So I try to push as many as I can off of me, close the door behind me, and I'm gonna have to jump out of this window. I don't think I'm too high, but I think about it and it's worth the risk. I am not that high. It was only 1 level. I do escape, which is very nice. However, now I'm being chased by a bunch of zombies outside. Again, I am going to look for another complex building to hide out at, and I hope it's better than what I had last time. I do find another complex building, which is very nice. However, I think this is the most zombies that have ever been chasing me yet. But I do find a nice place to get some supplies, get some food. I got a can opener, which is very nice. Now it's time for me to inspect this building. There's 2 zombies in here, so I'm going to take them both on. Not that big of a deal when I have a wrench on my hand. Easy to knockout kill. Super easy. After taking out those 2 zombies, I look for medicine in the bathroom. No bathroom medicine, which is fine. That's just a place to start. But I do see that there's ammunition and a gun in here. So I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking, should I actually pick up this gun? I do. I pick up the gun, open up the ammo, and as I sit here and wait while the zombies bash on my door, I'm going to use this gun as my final moment, because I feel like I'm not going to live long enough through all of this. I'm going to go in here and wait, just in case they bash down the other door. I'm going to open up the ammo and start loading the pistol. I'm thinking this is going to be fun. After I finish loading that pistol, I decide it's now time. It is now time for my final stand. I'm going to wait at this door, and then as soon as the zombies come through, I'm going to start blasting. After waiting here for a little bit, I don't think they're going to bust down the door, so I do the honors for them. I am trying to open up this door very carefully. I open it and realize there's only one zombie. I pistol whip him and shoot him. I do know that you have to stand still, but at the same time, I'm just trying to get a better ground. I do manage to push the zombie onto the floor and unload a bullet into his skull. Very nice, I'm thinking. Very nice. I reload the pistol because I feel like I'm gonna have to do this again. This is my final stand. It has to be. As I open up the door, there's no zombies, which is very nice. But then a zombie comes around the corner, and there's more than one of them. I pull the trigger on one, it falls to its knees, and I try to pull the trigger on the other one, but I couldn't. So I just decide to run. I decide to run in this room, and I forgot to shut the door, so I have to quickly go back and shut the door. But a zombie comes through, and I just start unloading without really thinking about it. As I'm unloading, more and more zombies are coming in here. I hear the click in my gun, and it's time to try to shut the door and swap out to my wrench. As I almost get stuck on that wall trying to swap to my weapon, I manage to get it out and start hitting the zombies. One at a time, they get pushed to the floor. And one at a time, that's where they're going to lay there forever, because I'm going to finish them all off that way. They are putting up a fight, and I'm also putting up a fight, but that fight is ended very early. I come out on top again, and here I am, in a new building, in a new room. I'm going to search the stuff in here, search for anything. However, I do have to do it quick. I grab this guitar, and I'm thinking it might be a little bit better than the wrench because I might have more power with it. I haven't looked at the status report on my wrench at all, so I'm thinking, alright, this guitar's gonna do better. I do not wait for the zombies to open up this door, because I'm gonna do it on my own terms. Turns out there's one too many zombies, and it turns out this is where my real final stand is going to be. And I don't think I can jump out of this window without dying. So instead of doing that, and I did think about it, but instead of doing that, I'm gonna fight them. I'm gonna go out my own way, not the window way anymore. It all goes down here. As I wait for the zombies, I am preparing. I'm thinking of an escape plan. Maybe I can have one. And I thought of one. I'm going to initiate plan 1. Open up the door, smack a zombie, and run. I trip, but it works. I broke my leg or something. I'm not sure what's wrong with me. But I did manage to escape. I close the door behind me and just run, trip again. I get stuck in a corner, and that is my end. That is the 3rd run and the final run. And that is the end of the video. Let me know if you like this video by liking, commenting, and subscribing. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye bye!